The Untouchables and the Pax Britannica by Babasaheb Ambedkar. Part 90. What about the Untouchables? Caste and untouchability are the two great social evils in India. Caste has disabled the whole Hindu society. Untouchability has suppressed a large class of people. And yet, the British government has completely ignored the two evils. One may search in vain the Indian code to find any law dealing with caste or with untouchability. It is true that caste and untouchability are social matters. They will vanish when people will begin to interdine and intermarry. Law cannot compel a person to dine with another. It is true, law cannot compel a person to marry with another. But it is also true that law can prohibit a caste from preventing a person from marrying a person outside his caste. Caste continues because a caste can conspire to punish its members if they break the rules of caste by declaring a social boycott against him. It would have been perfectly possible to have enacted a law declaring such a social boycott to be a crime. Again, in the matter of untouchability, the disabilities are not merely social, they are fundamentally civic. Inability to get admission to school, to be able to take water from a public well, to be able to get into a public conveyance, to be able to get into public service, are all civic disabilities. It was the duty of the British government to legislate at least to the extent necessary to protect their civic rights. It was possible to do so. A short enactment on the lines of Caste Disabilities Removal Act would have been sufficient. Yet, the British government has gone on as though these two evils did not exist at all. Indeed, it is the most extraordinary thing to note that although legislative bodies were established in India in 1861 and have been passing laws in every social question and discussing public questions, yet, except on two occasions, the untouchables were not even mentioned. The first occasion on which they were mentioned was in 1916 when one Parsi gentleman, Sir Manikji Dadabhoy, moved the following resolution in the central legislature. The end.